Well, welcome back everybody. My name's CJ, and today I'm going to go ahead and try to cut this hayfield. We've been ready to cut hay for weeks now, but the rain, we've just been getting so much rain, and we had some rain there up until yesterday morning, and it finally stopped. So that's one of the benefits of living in hill country, is we drain the water faster. So I'm going to go ahead and try to cut this field. So yesterday I came out here and hooked up the Tar River drum mower, and I got it all set up to go. Now before anybody says anything, I realize this mower is small for this tractor. But you got to realize, this isn't my tractor. That is my mower that fits my XR4040 good. So you just use what you got, unless you guys want to buy me a bigger one. Now as far as hooking this thing up, this is meant to hook up to either category 1 hitch or category 2. And we got a category 2 hitch on here. So this time I got to put the 3-point arms on the outside instead of on the inside there. But the top link that came with this tractor was too wide, and I'm blaming this on Tar River. If you're going to have things that are able to hook up to category 2, they need to be able to fit wider top links. So I had to take the top link off. This is the top link off my XR4040, and that'll work just fine. And then everybody's been asking about the R14 tires, how I like them. Well, I'll get to tell you how I like them after we get done here today. Now I wanted to wait till this afternoon, as close as I could get to this afternoon as I could, because I got to work afternoon shift. So I'm trying to wait till the last second. I know I'm going to be able to cut this way faster with this tractor, because I'll be able to move really fast and it won't bog down. So I think we're going to have enough time to dry out. So this is June 1st, this is Sunday, and I plan on baling Wednesday afternoon. So that should be plenty of time for it to dry out. Okay, so I haven't filmed much. I've been trying to get the feel of this tractor, of this mower, and it's doing really good. Of course, it doesn't bog down at all on the hills or anything with this mower. And I'm in third range. I'm about ready to go to fourth gear. I'm in third, but I've just been taking my time. And I have to be honest, this field does have some slick spots in it from all the rain, so I got to be careful with that too. But I will say that R14 tires are actually perfect for this situation, because they're not tearing up my field like an ag tire would, because this field is a little bit wet, especially down there at the bottom. Up here up top it's dry, but yeah, I'm glad to have these R14 tires. Yeah, right here you can see up ahead the wet spots. That's where the water runs down off this field. And it slid a little bit going up this hill here, but it has made it every time. So yeah, these R14 tires are doing a good job. Alright, we shouldn't be slipping too much longer, because we're getting higher. Yeah, we didn't even slip there, so it's getting drier, of course, up the higher on top of the field that we go. Well, we went for it, and as you can see, I didn't get done. I keep having my mower open up on me, so I'm gonna have to look at that, but I'm running out of time. I gotta go to work, so let me show you what it's doing. So over here, right there, I think that spring needs tightened, because that latch back there keeps coming undone and then making this mower open up straight. And I keep having trouble on the hill over there. So like I said, we're going to have to look at it tomorrow and hope we get enough dry weather so that we can bale. All right, guys, so it's the next day, and before we work on our mower, I'm going to show you exactly what it was doing. I just wanted to come out here and check on the hay that we've already cut. Of course, there's some morning dew here, but it's supposed to get pretty hot today, so I think if we can get the rest of it cut today, I think we're going to have enough time. This is Monday. I think we'll be good to bale by Wednesday afternoon. But let me show you what was happening with that mower. All right, so see that spring right there? That's like a tensioner for that latch back there, that little triangle latch. And what it was doing, especially over on the far side of the field there, when I was going up the hill, what it was doing, this whole mower was trying to go straight, because it can open up that way to where it's sitting straight behind the tractor. And whenever it would do that, of course, it's just shaking the tractor. I'd hurry up and turn the PTO off. And normally when that happens, which it does happen every once in a while, you just back up and just click that triangle back behind that little bracket there, and then it usually doesn't happen again. But it started happening every time I went over to that spot in the field. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tighten this up a little bit, because you do want it to be able to do that in case you hit something. You don't want to break the drums or anything, or bend them. So you do want it to have a little bit of give. But I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it up a little bit here, and then I'll take the tools with me, and if it keeps doing it, we'll just keep tightening it up till it quits doing it. Well, after I left the house yesterday, I was glad to see I wasn't the only one cutting hay. All the other farmers around me were also cutting hay. I was just kind of worried because it is a little bit muddy in spots. There might be parts that I just end up brush hogging if it's got too much mud in it. But most of the field is good to bale, so, and maybe more of it will be by the time it dries out. I don't have any deep well sockets this size, so there we go. I'll just tighten this up. It does feel a little bit loose. I'm not going to go crazy with it. Maybe just try it right there, and I'll take these with me, and we'll keep making adjustments as needed. Okay, here we go again. Like I said, clear over on that other end where it likes to open up, so we're going to see if it does it today. Alright, let's see if it does it. I'm going kind of slow right now just to see. It doesn't like going up this hill. Let's see. Okay, it stayed. Good. That's a good sign. Good. That must have been all it needed. Just tighten up on that spring. we're almost done here, and I gotta say, today has been a whole lot better than yesterday. And we are done. It's not even 11 o'clock yet, so we're doing really good. Beautiful day. Everything looks better whenever things go right. Okay, so as you can see, when everything works right, we can get it done pretty quick. So after I tightened up that spring on the drum mower, it never did it again. So that's what it was. I guess I need to check that every time I use it, because as soon as I felt a little bit resistance on that nut, I went ahead and went a little bit more, and that should be in a good spot. Like I said, you want it to be able to open if it does hit something. But yeah, we got the hay cut. Now we just need it to dry. And I gotta say, I loved using this tractor. And I can tell you, you can see the mud. That field was wet in spots, but we didn't get stuck anywhere. The R14 tires are nice, and they didn't tear up the field like an ag tire would. So, but let's go in the garage. I'm adding an upgrade to my hay baler that is definitely needed in this field. Let me show you what I'm doing. So the other thing that was giving me fits on this baler last year was this pickup. In my fields, there's dips and slants and all kinds of curves, and what was happening was this end of the pickup was digging into the ground, and then my pickup wasn't able to spin, and I think that's what was causing me to break so many shear bolts last year. So what I'm going to do, I looked to buy the bracket for this pickup to put a wheel on it, and they don't make it anymore. So I looked at a generic one, and they charged 150 bucks for that thing. I'm not going to spend 150 bucks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own. So with this piece of flat steel, and then 3 or 5/8 round, we'll bolt that on there, weld this on there, and then put our wheel on there, just like the bracket would be. And of course, we'll make different holes here in the flat steel so that we can adjust it to where we need it to be. That should work. Yeah, so I went ahead and welded this up, and I believe this is going to be close enough, because this is only for whenever you go in a dip. So the goal here is not for this wheel to be touching all the time. I just want it to sit lower than this pickup. That way when we get into a dip, it will it'll pick up the pickup. Okay, so now let's get some washers to space this wheel out just a little bit, and then we'll put that right there. So it's hitting that. I'm gonna have to get a smaller bolt. That's a 3-inch bolt, I think. So I'm gonna have to get one that's a little bit shorter because it's hitting there. But you can see the idea here. So now when that hits the ground, it can pick up and keep that out of the dirt. It'll be in free float right there, and it can go up and down. Now, if you're on a flat field, you probably don't need one of these pickup wheels, but on hill country, yeah, we definitely need one. That's what we'll do. We'll just get because it's rubbing the tire right there. We'll get a shorter bolt, and then that should be good. That'll be ready by Wednesday. All right, so there you have it. I'm going to end it right here. I'll finally get another video out. It's been a little while, but this time of year, everything hits at once. The hay's ready to go, and then the giant pumpkins are needing more of my attention too. And I'll be making a video about that soon, but hopefully here in the next video, you'll see us baling hay. And can we bale hay without any problems? Probably not, but we know better what to do now and how to fix some things. I'm just hoping I don't get as many shear bolts as I did last year. Hopefully that pickup wheel will help me out, but hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to stay tuned for more videos with the MT473, the LS tractor. And until next time, everybody, thanks for watching.